What's up, everybody? We're back with some more Nova Drift.
Nova Drift.
Before we begin, I'd like to thank Sir Platinum Slayer, Gluanshine, Meister Gherkin Salad, Zinthus, Ultra Viper, Buzzkill, Connor McLean, Hyper Exalted God King, Supreme Mega Ultra Dave, Marco Dendecker, and Lick Scroll 5232 for being members of our Patreon. If you'd like to be a member of our Patreon, go to patreon.com, see link in the description.
Yeah?
Yeah. And today, I'm just gonna do a dart build.
Yeah.
I like darts. It's been a while since I've done some darts. Yesterday's build was something.
Wee woo, by the way.
Yeah, these wees have barely begun to woo.
I don't think that's accurate.
I don't know what shield I want, man. Adorbital. It's adorbital. Now you can wee woo.
That's definitely more wee woo.
You were completely silent during the big wee woo. I had a hit point, singular, and you didn't say nothing.
I figured you could get out of it. I don't know, man.
I couldn't.
You didn't get through any
I
of it.
couldn't get out of it.
You want to try it again? You want to try it again?
Start that right over. Okay.
We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen.
We can pretend that some of it happened. Me living at like 1 pixel was really cool for a second,
For a second,
and then I stopped.
and then you stopped.
It's fine. I think it was the shield. It was the game didn't like the shield.
So going to reflect shield now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to blend in with my enemies.
Oh.
Okay. Give me a sweet level. Volley. I will want to get homing at some point in the near future. Hey, homing. Targeting. I think getting these darts to find a home is going to be helpful.
Yes.
Just let that pass by. Guidance. Still not at the point where I can just kind of let things happen. But I'm going to try to get it to that point. Where I can just fire and things will happen. This is a build that I could warp strike. And I might warp strike. We might get that far. Convergence. Can they? Will they? The far ones start to loop around, but then they don't got enough juice to get there before they peter out. Look! Oh, there's that one's so close.
Like you can see them
They're trying their
coming
best.
around, but they're not.
It's like right before they get to their destination, they just kind of go. I can practically hear them telling Tony Stark that they don't feel so good. Oh, there's. I was like, where'd all the XP for that boss go? Couldn't have been just that.
Could have been.
Nah, it's gotta have more than that. More darts. I'm not convinced that I can get away without warp strike in this, but
You gonna try?
I kind of want to try. Heavy caliber, make them bigger and slower down. Then I'm kind of doing a dart shark thing.
I mean, Dart Shark's great, isn't it?
It is, but I was thinking about doing something different, but maybe this is just the life I live. Maybe some people are card sharks and other people were born to be dart sharks. And then there are some people who are born to be left shark and baby shark. You're a parent. Was that ever done unironically for a child? Or is that
What, the baby sharks?
the baby shark? Was baby shark ever a thing in the household?
Not for mine. Baby shark was not quite her thing. Her thing is something called Miss Rachel, which is a YouTube series from a lady who is just like, man, there's no real good like educational kid shows, so I'm gonna just make one. And so she just did. And I'm not the biggest fan, but it's not for me. It's for her, and she adores it. So
You're like, I didn't get to pick.
correct.
Um,
And she's gotten to the point where she's smart enough where she can ask for things on her own now. So if she wants to watch Miss Rachel, she'll stand there pointing at the TV, just going, Rachel on, Rachel on, Rachel on, until we turn it on.
Sounds like she's got you trained pretty well.
Yeah, a little bit. But I love her dearly.
We will want Splinter eventually, but I think I want Purification first.
Although, I'm really, really hoping that as she gets older, she does show an interest in video games. Because every so often, she'll surprise me with something. I was downstairs talking with my mom yesterday while we were watching The Child.
Sure.
And was telling her about the Nintendo Direct that had just happened.
Yep.
And the new games that they were adding to the stuff. So, way back a million years ago, my dad used to be a gamer as well. He has since basically become an old man that doesn't do it anymore.
Old men can still play video games.
No, they can, but he's one that basically gave it up.
He's like, I'm right here, man.
When he was a kid, he was like obsessed with Atari to the point where he was like, memorized the Pac-Man pattern kind of crazy.
Sure.
Which, I mean, a lot of people did, but, that's a gamer, right?
Get to the kill screen, man.
Get to the kill screen, man. I have so many good memories from when I was really young of watching my dad play Battletoads back in the day.
I think I know where this conversation's going.
So, I couldn't remember. Ooh, Ally Specialist is kind of cool.
Ally Specialist and Twin Strike.
So...
Oh, look at Ally Specialist. Why not?
I only remember my dad playing the original. I don't remember him playing any of the sequels. But with the Nintendo Direct, they added Battle Maniacs to the Super Nintendo Online thing,
which was my favorite Battletoads. Personally.
It was a very good game, but I couldn't remember if Dad had played it or not. So my mom turned it on to see if it looked familiar to her, and the game starts up, and she's watching the opening cutscene, and the music's, going that Battletoads rock and roll that it does.
Of course.
And my daughter stopped what she was doing, turned to watch the TV, and just started dancing to the music.
Dude, it's a beat.
It's a beat. And I'm like, man, she likes Battletoads. That's awesome.
Battletoads has got some kickin' music.
It does. She's got a whole lot of kids songs that she loves, but as far as more adult music that she still listens to and enjoys, she seems to be obsessed with Phil Collins.
You know what? You could do a lot worse than that.
You could do a lot worse than that. And then again, she rocked out to Battletoads today, so I'm gonna have to do more experimentation with that. But she seems to like the Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts soundtracks.
Okay.
Which is awesome. And trying to think if there's anything else in particular. Yeah, beyond that, just a lot of the typical kid songs. You're, Down by the Bay or
Yeah.
Ants Go Marching.
Kids Bop, 87,923.
Thankfully, we haven't Kids Bopped yet.
You're like, I'm not ruling it out.
I'm not ruling it out, but not yet. And I'm banning Coco Melon from the house.
I'm old enough where the name sounds familiar, but I'm not familiar.
It's one of the kid shows that talks down to kids.
Ah.
No. But she seems to like Doc McStuffins, though I'm not convinced that she actually has any idea what's going on. I think she just likes the all the different toys.
I prefer Doc Brown.
Great Scott.
Yeah, Scott's pretty great.
Yeah. We like having him around.
Shout out Scott.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to just rant about my daughter there for a minute.
Oh, absolutely.
We kind of tangented there.
That's what we're here for. It's the Nova Drift podcast, baby.
You know, Drift podcast.
So
Yeah, Child seems to like the soundtrack to Battletoads, so now I'm curious if that's going to stick with her.
Speaking of that Nintendo Twitch, Nintendo Twitch Switch Direct.
Yes.
They came out with a demo to that Unicorn Overlord, which
I have been obsessed with this demo.
I haven't played the demo yet, but I saw gameplay of it. The game looks great. I'm excited to try it.
Yep.
The game looks fantastic, both from a gameplay and an artistic point of view.
Yep.
But why can they not make good video game names anymore? Square doesn't know what video game names are anymore. Unicorn Overlord. And then before that, you had, was it Triangle Strategy, whatever the hell.
Triangle Strategy. As an Octopath Traveler, I understand what they were going for. It just also didn't quite cross the line. And again, Unicorn Overlord, it makes sense in game, but it's not a great name. I know.
It's like, come on, guys. You can do better than this.
I will say, for those of you who are into strategy games, Unicorn Overlord does look very good from the demo so far. For those of you who want to pick it up and are familiar with the Fire Emblem series, be careful. The demo has a Frederick. So, if you know what that means, you already know what to watch out for.
I know exactly what that meant.
I went in through the first couple of fights, and I was just like, oh, that's cool. And then I noticed the XP difference and went, oh, no.
Yeah.
And then immediately put that man on the back line and said, you are not coming into fights with me anymore, sir. I am stealing your sword. But yeah.
I don't know if it's true because I haven't played it myself. I've only seen just like little tidbits and clips here and there. Mm-hmm. But like the overworld gameplay reminds me a lot of Dragon Force, which is one of my favorite games growing up, which is a very niche title. Not a lot of people heard of. It is on the Sega Saturn, but it involves a lot of slowly traversing over a world map until two opposing forces collide, and then they do battle.
Yes, it is very similar. And again, I'm not like super deep into it. I mean, it dropped yesterday, and I was spending a lot of time with the child. The nice thing about this one, and I'd never personally played Dragon Force. So I'm only going off of just like what I've seen. The way they've got this one set up is that you can get abilities to set on your units to activate under certain circumstances. Okay. Kind of like the Final Fantasy XII Gambit system.
Okay.
And then when the two armies clash, you can take a moment to kind of shift things around if needed. But for the most part, so boost. Almost missed the boost. But then you kind of they go to the clash and you hit go and they do the fight there. There's no there's no controlling them in the fight once the fight has started.
Yeah, one of the first things I noticed was just how like really good the art is. Like this, I'm a sucker for good sprite work.
It's Vanillaware, man. Vanillaware has made
it's
gorgeous art forever.
I will say it's a little on the thirsty side.
Also Vanillaware.
now it gave me Odin Sphere vibes. Were they the same people?
They are the same people, yes.
Makes a lot of sense now.
Yes, very Odin Sphere, I'm getting a lot of like Dragon's Crown vibes from just how characters move in this. So,
but yeah, it's a very, very good looking game.
Yes, I will say at the very least in the demo so far, there have not been any like thirsty characters. So if you're not if you're not into that sort of thing, the characters at least so far in the demo have all been very, very traditional, military medieval characters.
There's one or two standouts.
At least in the demo, not so far.
I mean, I've watched someone play the demo.
Maybe I just haven't gotten there yet.
There's a couple of female casters that are thirstily made.
So far, I've only met the one caster, and she was fine.
If you play more, I'm sure you'll.
Oh, I'm gonna play more.
You're like,
the reason I'm not playing it now is because I'm here, man.
It's fair. It's understandable. I haven't even started it yet personally. I think that's going to be on the docket for me probably sometime. Oh, as this video comes out in the past, but
sometime this weekend.
Yeah, but it'll be on the weekend for me. So,
well, as you're watching this, he's probably playing it now. Gasp.
Maybe. I can never say for sure what my schedule's going to be.
Yeah, it's true. I downloaded a second demo as well from that direct game called like Pepper Driller. Pepper Grinder.
Woo! For some reason, when you said Pepper Driller, I envisioned that driller game on the GBA that we played on the channel a million years ago, but with Pepper Ann.
With Pepper Ann, okay. So I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but that is why I downloaded it, because that's what I was thinking. Was it looked a little like a spiritual successor kind of thing to Drill Dozer. Okay. And I was just like, ooh, I wonder how this is gonna be. But then I downloaded the Unicorn Overlord one as well, and I was like, no, this one's got to come first because I've been waiting for this for a while, and I'm liking it a lot.
So now, here's my problem with Unicorn Overlord as it
Other
stands.
than the name.
Other than the name. I believe it comes out, like, what, March 1st or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, you see, Final Fantasy Rebirth comes out February 29th.
Yeah? So that means you've got 3 days to finish?
That's not 3 days. February normally has 28 days.
Oh, right.
It's just, I'm getting it on Leap Year Day.
Well, then you got 24 hours to beat it. Or, you know, as the Pal World developers have recently said, it's okay. Just play the one and then get the other one when you're ready.
Which is probably my plan.
And your plan and my plan are going to be the opposites. You're going to get the FF7 thing, and then play Unicorn Overlord eventually, and I'm going to get Unicorn Overlord, and I'll play the Final Fantasy VII eventually.
Fair enough.
Because I'm really liking the demo so far.
Also, February 29th is going to be my grandfather's birthday.
Because is he going to be like 7 years old?
I think if he was alive, he would be like... probably maybe 21, maybe.
Oh, finally old enough to.
No, he'd be a little bit older than that. He'd be like probably somewhere between like 23 and 25, probably.
Okay.
Like I gotta multiply everything by 4, so it's just like I don't know. Somewhere in there.
Oh my god! My child is in the other room, and apparently she just went boost.
Woo!
Yeah!
Ah, it's generational now, baby.
There we go, baby.
Ah, the long distance boost.
We do have to be very careful. She is in the repeat things that she hears stage. So she's already said cramp a few times. Haven't had her say anything worse yet, but oh boy.
Look, that's why you just gotta go around the house just saying, man, subscribe to Ultra C. Just over and over again. And then take her into public.
Can you say boost? She said it. I don't know if it picked it up.
We didn't pick it up, but we
Dang it.
we picked up your raucous laughter. Oh, I thought I heard that boost.
Boost. Boost. There you go.
I heard that one.
Thank you. Now she's gonna go eat chicken.
You know what? A fitting reward. So yeah, you just gotta just go around the house saying subscribe to Ultra C a lot, and then just
And then just set her loose on the world.
yeah, and then go out in public and see what happens. No. So just thinking about it, getting the Unicorn Overlord demo, that'll be like the first time I've touched my Switch in eons.
Dang. Oh, it looks like Unicorn Overlord will be out March 8th.
March 8th.
So you
Oh,
got a whole week.
I got a whole week?
a
Oh,
whole week.
easy. How long did it take me for Persona 3 Reload?
I don't know.
Well, I got it the day it came out. How long did it take me to beat it? I feel like I said when I beat it, but I don't remember. It's been like maybe a little less than a week now.
Maybe.
Also, everyone should play that game. Just everyone.
I will at some point.
You listen who's never even heard of Persona, play it. Play it right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Right now.
Don't turn off the video. Still watch the video, but also play it alongside. If you don't have another like monitor or TV, buy another one. When you buy Persona 3 Reload, which you're buying right now because you're also in the store already, watching this from like your phone or something.
Oh, perfect. Okay, I see what you're saying.
You're like, oh, it all makes sense now.
I'm looking at a character list from the demo, and I'm seeing a character that I think might have been one of the ones you were seeing.
I saw I saw at least two that were like, I see what's happening here.
Now, I will say that Vanillaware also does have a tendency to be a little equal opportunity.
Okay.
So, yes, some of the women are very bouncy. But there are plenty of men that are also
Bouncy?
I mean, in some cases. But proportioned in that ain't human. I said, haven't ran into a whole lot of that so far, either way in the demo. but I'm sure it's coming.
But if it gives me any of those Dragon Force vibes,
yeah,
then I'm super duper double down, because I loved that game.
It's pretty good. Ooh, there's a collector's edition that. Oh, it's gonna come with a card game. Oh no. Oh no, I can't be sucked into one of those.
James is doomed.
Oh man.
Look, the game I'm playing's come with a card game too. I gotta deal with that same stuff. Final Fantasy's got a new card game.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's called Queen's.
What card game?
It's called Queen's Blood, and it plays like a hybrid of the FF8 one and like I believe it was called Gwent from The Witcher 1.
Gwent was good.
Well, this is like a hybrid. There's like 3 rows, and you gotta like do stuff to win the rows to do things.
Oh no. Oh no. Now, is it coming out with a physical copy of Queen's Blood?
I mean, I'm not getting one of the fancier sets, so I haven't looked into it, so I don't know, but maybe. But, it's definitely going to be in the game, and there's also going to be, like, just a billion little games in this game. It's going to have Chocobo Racing. It's going to have all of, like, the arcade stuff.
And it should be there.
I know, and it's gonna be there. And apparently they've spread it out through like the entire game, so like you don't have to go to the
Gold Saucer.
Gold Saucer. For some reason, my brain just wanted to call it Golden Corral, and I'm like, no, that's not right.
No, that's exactly it. Now that's headcanon. Friggin' Cloud and Yuffie hanging out at the Golden Corral.
They have a killer arcade there, man. We gotta go.
Man, Barrett's over there stuffing his face at the buffet. All that meatloaf.
Oh, man.
Whew.
Look, it didn't help that they also have the Nibelheim flashback where Tifa's wearing like the cowgirl outfit. It all comes together.
Yeah, it all comes together.
Just Cloud and the gang at Golden Corral, man.
What does this? This is such a bad idea. But what does this collector's edition come with here?
Oh, are you looking at?
I'm looking at it now.
I do know that
curious.
Different places for pre-orders have different things because they all do that, and it's best to not pre-order things most of the time, and I usually go by that rule, but
unfortunately, when it comes to collector's edition, you got to be careful though, because a lot of times if you don't pre-order it, you ain't getting it.
That's true, but it's a bad business practice.
I agree.
And I pre-ordered Final Fantasy VII because there's like Amazon had like a special version or something. I had also pre-ordered Persona 3, and then Amazon's like, we're not going to deliver it until like a week after the game comes out. So I canceled that and then just went to GameStop. And they're like, did you pre-order it? And I was like, no. And they're just like, all right, well, I think we still have something available. And I think they gave me a pre-order version of it, and I didn't have to pre-order, so I'll call that a victory.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Antimatter rounds. Am I recovering enough to live?
Hey, Unicorn Overlord Collector's Edition is going to come with an art book, an album, DLC for like some cool, just like cosmetic things in game, and then a full playable card game, 2 to 4 players, 239 cards, playtime 30 to 120 minutes.
So it is coming out with just the game. Nice.
Yeah, and that's a full card game. As far as I can tell, for Final Fantasy VII, it doesn't look like there's a physical version of Queen's Blood. Not that I can see.
Oh, for some reason, I thought that's what you were looking up. had a physical version in like.
Oh, I was looking up Unicorn Overlord first.
Ah, gotcha. Unilord Overcorn.
Yeah.
That is 8 billion spawners.
That's a lot of spawners, yeah.
Was that necessary, game?
Of course it was.
I don't think it was. One reroll in a dream. Yeah, I'll just get a slightly bigger shield.
The collector's edition of Final Fantasy VII comes with some in-game items, soundtrack and art book, a steelbook case, and a 19-inch Sephiroth statue. Whoa.
Yeah, that sounds pretty typical.
It does.
I know the super fancy release of, yeah, I'll start working on Warp Strike. The fancy release of Persona 3 had a Igus statue, and it's just like, I feel like if you have an anime-styled RPG video game, there's a statue of a character in it somewhere. If you got the collector's edition, that's just
fair.
That's just how it works.
Although Unicorn Overlord seems to be like, instead of a statue of a character, which, considering Vanillaware's art,
okay,
they could have.
Of an established franchise, so people know the character already. Since Unicorn Overlord is a new franchise, I don't know if they can get away with it.
Also, I will give a side bit, because you had mentioned Square Enix doesn't know how to name things anymore.
Yeah.
Unicorn Overlord's not Square. It's Vanillaware and Atlas.
Ah, well, then I apologize. Well, no, I don't apologize to Square Enix because they still know what they did.
Yeah,
but
it's fair. Yeah, Atlas, Sega.
So I will just say to more people.
Yeah.
That you're naming things wrong. For some reason, I thought that was Square.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it's fine. It looks like it's going to come out on the Switch, the Xbox, and the PS5. So there you go.
I wonder if the demo is out on PS5 because I knew of the demo because of the Switch thing, but I didn't check the other things. If it's on the PS5, that means I can keep holding off on turning on my Switch.
Let's find out.
Ooh, there went my shield. Yeah, my shit's back.
Yes, free demo on the PlayStation Store for both PS4 and PS5. Okay.
Well, according to all the various news outlets these days, they're already saying the PS5 is on the latter half of its life cycle, and people are like, "Well, I haven't even got the PS5 yet. What are you talking about?"
Yes. For what it's worth, if you're looking for a physical version of the game, it comes on the Switch, the Xbox, and the Xbox X and the PS5. If you're going for a digital version, you can also get it on the Xbox S and the PS4. So no physical releases there, but you will be able to get it on digital, and all of them have the free demo available.
I might, like, if I do end up getting it, I'd probably try to go physical, just because this day and age where frickin' things can just disappear one day, because it's not like you own anything if you don't own it physically, but it's more convenient, so people just go for it.
Also, the slight oddness, the free demo is available on the Nintendo Switch today with an exclusivity for 24 hours. So if you want to get the demo on PS4 or PS5, you have to wait till tomorrow.
Well, the 24 hours, like, it came out yesterday at some point, as of us recording this. So that means that it would be out today at some point for PS5.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. This mentions both the 24 hours, but also says you can start it on the 23rd of February. So,
It sounds confused.
It does sound confused.
Yeah.
Either way, by the time this video comes out, the free demo is
super out
everywhere. So go get it.
From what I understand, how the demo works, it's pretty neat because it's just a lot of people are saying they think it's just essentially the full game, and you can play as much of it as you want for 7 hours.
Damn.
And then they're like, all right, now you gotta stop.
Yeah. And then they do say that progress will carry over into the full game.
Yes. So a 7-hour demo.
That's pretty good. I was curious about that because as I'm playing, I'm like, this feels like it's a good place for the demo to stop, and then it just keeps going, and I'm like, ooh, all right, no complaints here.
You know what that tells me? Confidence. They're like,
yeah,
we know our game's good. We'll let you play a good amount of it.
Yeah, we'll let you get synced into it. Sink its hooks in you.
Yep. We'll give you the first taste for free, kid. But then you gotta pay. But I gotta say, a lot of demos wouldn't do that. There's a lot of games that don't even do demos because they're just like, we know our game isn't that good. We don't want to let people know too soon ahead of time.
Yeah, you get nothing.
When they don't release it to like press outlets until like 12 hours before it releases or something like that, that's when you know. You're like,
It's like, yeah, it looks suspicious, guys.
They're like, no, we're just trying to preserve the experience for everybody.
Uh-huh.
We've heard it all before. So are there any other games coming out later this year that you're excited for?
Man, that was the big one. Honestly, as weird as it is.
So you're just done out early.
Maybe. I mean, and that and Helldivers 2 were like two things that I was like, oh man, I'm super excited for both of these. Let me see if there's one that I've forgotten. Let me pull up a list.
Do you have a bulleted list?
No, I'm just gonna use Google.
Oh, I thought you'd be like, nah, it's not bulleted.
I mean, Princess Peach Showtime I actually think looks pretty sick.
That game looks like it could be fun. That game is like an anomaly to me. Like, it's either going to be super fun or not good at all. I don't think it's going to be mediocre. I think it's either going to be an absolute banger or it's going to be terrible. I don't know why. I have no evidence for that. It's just my gut feeling.
That's fair. That's very fair, actually. Yeah, I think the start of this year is just front-loaded with good things. I mean, in January, you had frickin' the Apollo Justice trilogy was released, so I need to pick that up at some point because I never played any of the Apollo Justice games.
I want to do that and play that, but I also don't know if I can.
For reasons?
For reasons.
Fair. Let's...
The last Apollo Justice game hit very close to home at the time when it came out originally.
Yeah.
It's a whole... That was a lifetime ago, it seems.
Yeah. Let's see. January also had Pal World, which is also a lot of fun. And I need to play more of that. I just been sidetracked by other things because there's so many things.
I think I'm the only person on the planet that hasn't played that yet.
And, no need to rush. Also, a little wee woo with, more wee woo.
Oh, goodbye, Cruel World.
Oh, boy.
Yep, there it is.
Oh!
I was like, I don't have quite enough sauce for this dodge.
No, it was almost amazing.
I wanted to see how far into the episode we could go without really talking about Nova Drift.
Yeah, I know,
and,
right?
and we did exceptionally well.
I was like, to be fair, yeah. I suppose the answer is the entirety of it.
The entirety of it.
Ooh,
Look, people...
there's a Freedom Planet 2 coming later in the year? What? I didn't even know that. Oh, God.
Got him.
Got it.
So there you go. You wanted a taste of a true Nova Drift podcast. There you go. The podcast episode.
Oh, one last thing, because absolutely, totally forgot for a brief moment. Fantasy Life I in October. The Fantasy Life sequel I am super stoked with.
I was never been into it, so...
Oh, I played so much of the first one. Oh, it was so good. It had no business being as good as it was.
Supposedly, Front Mission 3 might be out at some point this year, maybe.
Yeah, supposedly.
And then there was Metal Slug Tactics that they just, abandoned.
We don't talk about things like that, Lee. If we don't know what's coming, we don't talk about Metal Slug Tactics. We don't talk about Silk Song. We don't talk about Mugenics. We just assume that they're never going to happen until we see them, and then we can be excited.
It's probably for the best that way. And on that slightly depressing note, I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Okay, bye.